back to my return. So today we're making a blackberry yogurt cake. This is the first step, getting some blackberries. We're gonna get some more and then go inside. Alright, so now we're in the kitchen, as you can see. And I've got all the ingredients behind me. And I've got my instructions here, because I can't remember that kind of thing. So, first step, after you bring in your berries, you've got to wash them, because they might be dirty. Unless it just rained or something, then they'll probably be clean. If you're like my dad and you pick in the rain. So I've got them in a strainer. They've got to be dry, people. Dry. They can be a little wet, but not like dripping. They've got to be dry. So I'm just letting mine dry while I'm doing the rest. So you're going to need a medium-sized bowl. This is my medium-sized bowl. Blackberries. This is probably not going to be enough, but we have more. I like to eyeball the blackberries. You pour it in whenever it's time, and if it looks like enough, then that's it. Because it also depends on how many berries you want. So we'll add some more sugar. How much sugar do you need? 2 cups of sugar. 1 cup of vanilla yogurt. 3 eggs. 1 cup of softened butter. I need to stick these in the microwave. A tablespoon of lemon juice. 2½ cups of flour. Half a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt. So that's all you need. Let's see. Preheat the oven to 375 and grease the bundt pan, which I need. I'm pretty sure you'll need this. A sifter. I think we'll use that, and I'm getting mixed up. But here's the bundt pan. You need to grease the bundt pan. I will grease the bundt pan in a minute. Alright. So preheat the oven to 375. So now my oven's preheating. Yes, we do need the sifter. Alright. Yes, you need sifter. Let me move this stuff. I will need this and this. Okay. So we will need the bowl and the sifter. Daddy, I need stand-up mixer.
You need a stand-up mixer?
Yeah, I need both bowls, so I need the stand-up mixer too.
Okay, I'll get it.
So my dad's going to get the stand-up mixer, because I forgot we need that. But we also need this bowl. 1 second. Make sure your bowl's dry, because this is for the dry ingredients.
Where do you want this?
Just set it right here.
Alright.
So here's my dry bowl. Gotta make sure it's dry. Okay, so now I'm going to grease my pan. I have baking spray for baking. So now that's sprayed, and this is softened. I softened the butter. Now I can get to the dry ingredients. Your 2½ cups of flour. That's full. Okay. So you're going to put that in the sifter. That's 1 cup. 2 cups and half. That's half. Baking soda, half a teaspoon. You get a half a teaspoon. There. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. the sifter it goes. And you need half a teaspoon. There, half a teaspoon. Are we focused? Focus. Half a teaspoon. All right. So I added the flour, baking soda, and salt. 2.5 cups of flour, because I'm pretty sure. Where does it say flour? Yeah, it says 2.5 cups, but still. So I added 2.5 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of salt, and now I'm sifting it. So I'm almost done, but here's what it looks like. Can you focus on that? Okay. So we're just going to finish sifting it. Alright. On the side. Almost done. Alright. So I'm done with that. So now we're going to set this to the side. So I'll just set it over here, out of the way. And now we're going to use this baby. All right, now it says use the electric mixer to cream the softened butter and sugar until it is light and fluffy. So we're going to add 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks. Okay. Well, come off. There we go. I also need my little spatula. I'll use Joy to the World. Because you're going to need it so you can scrape the sides of the bowl later. So you will need a spatula or something. I've got little tiny ones that I use. You don't need something huge. You need 2 cups of sugar. So there's 1, and then 2. Alright. Now we're going to lock it. And I'm just going to put it on 1 and cream it. Alright, so you see how the butter's pretty much just got up here? So most of the sugar's just down here in little tiny pieces. So you're just going to knock that off. There. Set that there, and we'll put it back down, lock it, and let it go for a little bit longer. So now it's creamed, as you can see. It looks not very chunky. The spatula's not very good. There. I have to figure out how to get it off. Okay, what's next? Alright, you gotta beat in the eggs 1 at a time. So there's 3. What I do, just so I don't get any shell in there, is I'll get this, and I'll just crack the eggs in here before I do that. So let's go ahead and put that down. I'm just gonna put it on 1. So you're going to crack an egg into here. So there was no shell that time. And then we're just going to put it in. And then we're going to do the next one. And then if we need this cup again, we'll just wash it. One more. Hold on. Before we do that, needs to be scraped. push it down off the sides. There. That's better. Alright, last egg. Go in it. So that is mixed. Now, so we need to stir in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Right? And now we wait. Alright. So that's mixed in. Okay, now I'm gonna get this. Scooch that back. And we're going to need our flour stuff now. So we're going to get our, I just used the 1 cup scoop because it's already dirtied. And then I'll just scoop a little bit. And you're going to, hold on, forgot something. You've got to get 1 cup of yogurt out. So I need another 1 cup. So let me use this for the yogurt. So I'm going to pour this into here. Alright, so I've got the yogurt and some of the flour. So I'm going to start going. And you're going to alternate a little bit of flour, a little bit of yogurt until you're out of yogurt. But you're going to save a little bit of flour at the end because you need that for the blackberries. So I'm going to start with some flour. Normally my trick is watch, and whenever you see the flour kind of go in the complete circle, then you stop and you add some yogurt. You just mix slowly, barely add soda.
What kind of yogurt is that?
Vanilla.
It says light yogurt, right?
Yeah, but it's vanilla.
Yeah.
Let me turn that off because that's done. I'm gonna turn the page. Okay, so we've got the flour. We got some left. So you're going to take these. You're going to carefully pour them in. All right, and then let me get a spoon or no fork. So I'm getting a fork. You're going to come over here, and you're going to just kind of gently toss them so you don't break any until they're all covered with flour. See? This. You just gotta keep going. And just be careful not to pop any. If you find a fragile one, it'll pop. Now we're going to open. And we've got our flour covered blackberries. And we're going to, hold on, first, I gotta take this off. All right, now we're going to pour this in here. I'm going to mix it with this because this would break the babies. So you gotta mix them in slowly. Alright, so now I've got my batter. We're going to try. I'm gonna need Daddy's help with this. You've got to start to pour this, and then I got to scrape it because it's heavy.
Okay. So you need me to do what now? You gotta get. You can't see it on camera, so there we go. Maybe they can see it. I don't know. Very thick.
Well, it's supposed to be. All right. So that's what it looks like. Now we gotta move over to the oven. Can you still see me?
Mm-hmm. I can see you.
All right. So the oven's preheated. Hold on. Okay, making sure there's nothing in there. We're going to take it down to 325. So we're going to put it in here. It's very hot. And now it's going to cook for 60 minutes.
How many?
60.
60 minutes?
60.
Wow, that's a long time.
Minutes.
Okay.
And then it says you're going to have to cool it for 20 minutes. And there is something that you can do at the end after it's cooled. There's a little like drizzle icing kind of stuff that you put on top, and it's really easy. It's just lemon juice and powdered sugar. If you want to do that, but it's pretty good. I'm probably not going to do it this time, but yeah, but that's it. That's all the steps to making a blackberry yogurt cake. Well, that's it. I hope you try this for yourselves and like it, I guess. Hope you liked this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for watching. Bye.